I am a minimalist in all areas of my life. I understand that this term is very subjective. Some minimalists might not have any perfumes, or if they do, they might have one, they might have three, they might have five. For me, perfume is something that I really love, so I want to have a decent amount. That means 10 to 20 perfumes. I go back and forth with this number because I do play with my Fragrantica shelves. And I noticed that I'm quite a visual person. I noticed that when I've got about 20 on the shelving and I hypothetically use them in my mind, I find it quite overwhelming seeing 20 bottles of perfumes. I might change my mind as I go along. My mission is to create a perfume collection where absolutely all of the perfumes I own are 10 out of 10 in terms of how they work for me. I have experiences with perfumes such as this one, and this one, where when I smell them, they're just me. I'll never get bored of them. I keep repurchasing them. I'm very loyal. My nose is very loyal when I love a perfume. When I like a perfume, my nose can change. Once my mission is complete, I will no longer be on the hunt for new perfumes. I will be satisfied. I'm not really that sort of person that is on a consumer train. I don't need more and more and more. I don't need new and new and new. Once I've got what I want, what I like, what I love, that is it for me. I will be happy with that. So cool. How I'm approaching this is that I have 11 categories that I want my perfumes to fit in. I don't like the paradox of choice. When I look at my perfume collection, like I said, I'm very visual. Let's say, for example, I'm going to sleep. I want the 3 sleepy perfumes to stand out to me immediately. I have this weird thing that when I have a perfume in my collection that doesn't spark joy, it almost becomes invisible to me. Not physically, obviously, but invisible in terms of I'm not going to choose it. This is a very good example of this. This perfume is invisible. I only want 2 or 3 perfumes for each category. I feel like 2 or 3 is my limit. If I have any more than that, I feel like I'll get quite overwhelmed. I like to keep things quite simple. Once I have 3 in a particular category, I will lock off the search. I won't be looking for any more perfumes in that category. However, if another perfume happens to be chosen based on a different category and it makes it into the one that's been closed off, that's fine. How do I explain that? For example, this one, and this one in my mind are freshies. Now, if I said, okay, these 3 are my freshies, I don't need any more freshies, I won't look for any more fresh perfumes. However, if I went to the store and I saw this and I thought it was a really good bedtime scent, I still class this as quite fresh, but it can still come into my collection because it's coming into my collection on the basis of a bedtime scent. It just so happens that it's fresh as well. In my mind, it works very well, this system. I don't mind overlapping. I just want to make sure that once my mission is complete in one category, I can move on to another one. Okay. The first category is bedtime/lounge. Bedtime is when I've had my evening shower, I've put on my pajamas, and I just want to smell good. I wear perfume for myself, it sparks joy for me. So I do want a dedicated set of perfumes just for bedtime. I might take that a step further and go into aromatherapy and start picking perfumes based on the basis of notes, but I'm not sure about that right now. I haven't got too far into the complexities of choosing those ones yet, but I do know bedtime is one of them. I put /lounge because there are days where I don't go out and I do still like wearing perfume, and I feel like bedtime/lounge works because they're perfumes that I'm wearing in the home. The second category is out. Now this is an occasion where there's a celebration, where I have to dress up a little bit, pretty much self-explanatory. Everyday perfume, I've kind of split this into 2 because there's everyday where I'm just going about my own business, and that's where I like to wear my more complex perfumes, this one. And then there's everyday when I'm going to work, and I like them to be more crowd pleasing, less complex and more subtle. So we've got everyday, we've got work, Number 5, we've got summer perfumes. I'm in the UK, we only get a few days of bright sun, honestly. So unless I'm going on holiday, this perfume category doesn't really get used as much. I'm pointing to this one here, which is why the bottle is so full. I've had it for quite a while now. For me, I think I've had this for about 2 years now, and I run through my perfumes. I can go through a bottle of this or this in about 6 months. So this is a long time, but I don't really get the opportunity to use it. Number 6, all year round, and that would be all perfumes that I wouldn't wear in the summer. Got number 7, which are my screamers. I love a loud perfume. Some people are not into this sort of thing. I am. I want to walk into a room and you smell me. My sister is also the same, and she smells beautiful all the time. Number 8, these are my subtle perfumes. I never really used to be into these. I thought there wasn't a place for them. I always wanted a screamer on. And then one of my best friends was giving birth and I had to go into the hospital, and I picked a scent that was more subtle because I wanted to honor the sensitivity of the space that I was in. There are some situations or environments that do call on those. Number 9 now, sexy. This is very subjective. I've seen people call certain perfumes sexy that I would not agree with. So this is just what I class as sexy. This one, for example, sweet. I love smelling sweet. My version of sweet has kind of changed over the past year. I thought I was a gourmand girly, but since purchasing this, I've realized that it's kind of falling into that invisible category, and I'm having to force myself to reach for it. Fresh is one of my favorite categories. I think that is a perfume scent profile that you can wear in almost any situation. My number 1 scent, this one right here, falls in that category. I'm going to put a little part where I explain what my wish list is for this year, which is very small, and I'm sure it will grow as the year goes along. Let's start with the perfumes that are on their way out. It's a nice scent, and I can see why certain personality types are drawn to this. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Even when I smell the cap though, I do like it. There's something in it that I really like, so I don't know if my mind will change. Another one that I won't be repurchasing, this one. So I'm on my last dribble. I had to get my money's worth, so this is why this is still here. I loved this perfume. As I said in a previous video, I think this is my 2nd or 3rd bottle. It used to be my dedicated out scent. I just don't think it performs very well, which is the reason why I won't be repurchasing it. I do want to buy a scent of a similar profile, and Guerlain's SDV, I do want that one. Again, the performance isn't really good on that, so do I have a dupe, and I'll be purchasing that maybe sometime this year. Another one that I won't repurchase is this one. I've used more since my last video, because I don't hate it. I bought it for a reason, but it's just not me. As I've had it for a while now, it's too woody, it's too green, it's too masculine. My brother kindly bought me this, and I actually really like it for around the home. This is part of my lounge category. I do wear it. The dent has got a lot more deeper since my last done a video. It's nice. My sister used to wear this when we used to go clubbing a lot when we were younger, so it reminds me of that. But it's really fresh. It's pleasant. It's nice. It's just not me, and that's the reason why I won't repurchase it once it's finished. Okay. So I'm gonna move into my absolute loves, and my absolute love, Poison Girl Dior. By Dior, the EDP version. I'm not into EDTs unless it has to be an EDT, as in the brand doesn't do an EDP version. I like to smell my scents. I like them to be strong. This is my sort of scent profile in terms of sweet. I feel like it smells sweet in a mature way. It makes me feel well put together. I just really love this perfume. It's one of my most complimented perfumes. I don't wear perfumes to get compliments, but just thought I'd throw that out there. So she definitely does perform. I usually wear this. It's supposed to be my out category perfume, but because my perfume collection hasn't yet been beefed up in terms of my everyday, I have worn her to work, and I have worn her on a regular day. The reason why I don't want to keep doing that is because I heard rumors that it was going to be discontinued, and Dior, their Hypnotic Poison was reformulated many years ago, and the performance is disgusting, to be honest. I really like that perfume and they've ruined it. So I don't have faith that this perfume will keep its scent, to be honest. So I am in the process of buying backup bottles of this. This one, oh, this is an absolute love. So I usually wear this in the summer, but because it's fresh, I can wear it on any day. I don't really like to tie it to any particular occasion. This is one of the only perfumes that will deviate from that, just because I love it and it's me in a bottle. If I had to have one perfume, it would definitely be this one. It makes me feel polished. It makes me feel as though when I wear this, everyone else around me is gonna like it too. And I don't have that same feeling about all of these perfumes. This one, for example, I don't have that feeling. Another absolute love will be this one, Carolina Herrera Good Girl, the Supreme version. This is being discontinued, which is such a shame. So I already have one backup bottle. I'm in the process this year of building up the backup bottles for this one too. She's my dedicated going out scent. I just love this perfume. This perfume is very sexy to me. It's the sexiest perfume in my collection, and I find it quite difficult to find sexy perfumes. I don't know if it's my nose, I don't know if it's how I perceive sexiness, but sexy is not a term that I throw around quite easily when it comes to perfume. So for this to be discontinued, I'm quite upset with. You know, the brand hasn't come out with confirmation of this, but I have heard rumors in perfume spaces that this is the case, and I've noticed in some stores they are pulling it from the stock. So if I could have 20 bottles of this backed up, I would. Am I gonna do that? No, because it doesn't make financial sense. But I'm gonna get as many as possible, because once this is pulled, that's it. And then I will use it sparingly, which is not something I like to do. I'm an oversprayer. I do have an absolute love for layering, which is this one, but I'm not gonna touch on her yet. I'm gonna put her in my okay categories, but she's definitely making her way up there. I feel like as the bottle is sat, I'm really enjoying my okays. So this one, Parfums de Marly, Delina La Rose. So this one is an okay perfume. It was bought for me kindly. This is my most feminine girly girl perfume, and I'm not really a girly girl. I like to have an androgynous vibe to me. So this, like I said, I use it in the summer. I don't use it too often. As you can see, the dent, this is not a big dent for me for how long I've had it for. I don't know if I'll repurchase her. I thought I wasn't a rose fan. However, one of the perfumes in my wish list is rose, and I actually had Diptyque's Eau Rose, and that is a beautiful scent. So I've now learned that I like rose, but it has to be a fresh rose. It has to have an aquatic feel to it. It has to be in the fresh category. I don't like thick roses, it's just not for me. This is an okay perfume. I don't know if I'd repurchase her. I'd have to see if I miss her enough to do so. Another okay perfume for me is YSL's Myself. This is the EDP version. This is a masculine perfume, so I only have 2 of them in my perfume. Arguably this one as well. I think this is quite masculine, this perfume, but these 2 definitely. I've really loved this scent. I've been using this scent quite a lot. I'm not sure if the dent can be seen in the camera. I think I've had it for 6 months, maybe less than 6 months. I really like this scent. I think it's sexy, especially on a woman. So yeah, I think this is definitely creeping its way into my absolute loves. I'm gonna continue using it, continue getting to know it, and then I'll decide how I feel. Another okay perfume will be this one. Now I'm quite surprised because I really like the scent profile. This is Bianco Latte. It's quite lactonic, creamy. I've been told I smell like shea butter when I've worn this. Now apparently this is a screamer. The performance is really loud, but I go anosmic to this scent. So for that reason, it's becoming that invisible scent I mentioned before. Yeah, it smells really nice, but I can't smell it on me most of the time, which is a problem. Because of this, I'm not appreciating it. it just doesn't spark joy. And as a minimalist, I need all of my perfumes to spark joy. So I'm not sure if I'll repurchase it. I think I'm about halfway through this bottle. I definitely do use it though. Another okay perfume is, go for Oriana by Parfums de Marly. She used to be a dedicated summer perfume, but I've been using her for layering, and she adds a really nice twist to some of my other perfumes, and for that reason she's slowly creeping her way into my absolute love category as well, specifically for layering though. Yeah, very girly, not usually my style. Although I did like Zara's Marshmallow Rose perfume, the one in the little peach bottle that they discontinued. That's similar to this in my opinion. But I think I'm gonna repurchase this because I'm gonna miss not being able to layer her with other scents. And the last one, which is in the okay category, is this one, Velvet Tonka. Now I sat on this decision for over a year, maybe even 2 years. It was so polarizing for me. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. And I kept revisiting it. Every time I'd go Selfridges, I'd sniff it. And I decided to buy it in the Black Friday sale. And although there is a decent dent in this, I think I've had this since November, so what, about 4 months? Although there is a dent in here, she's falling into the invisible category. I'm just not appreciating her. She's not sparking joy for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's just not me. I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this perfume because I don't appreciate it enough, and I'm not gonna spend money on perfumes that I don't appreciate. It doesn't make sense. Will I use up the bottle? Of course, I'm not wasteful, and it is a nice scent. I do like it, but I'm not a gourmand girly as much as I thought I'd be, especially not in this way. There's another perfume called So Vanilla by Private Mood. Really reminds me of this perfume, and I had it on my wish list. But after I changed my mind about this, I took it from my wish list, the Private Mood one, because it just didn't make sense. So yeah, this is my perfume collection going into 2025. I am going to go onto my wish list. So guys, you can refill your Louis Vuitton bottles. Okay, I think it's about 175. You can refill them for. This bottle I think was 230, 240 when I bought it. Perfume prices are going up, guys, so it might have changed by now, but I need to refill this. And I'm gonna purchase a 200ml bottle just because I love this perfume, and I'd be devastated if they were to pull it from the line or change it in any way. My only concern, if anyone knows about this, let me know. My only concern is because it's citrus based. I know these sorts of perfumes, their lifeline isn't as long as others because of the notes. So I'm wondering, if I do buy a 200ml and leave it as a backup, if I don't spray it so no air goes into it, will it last, let's say 10, 20, 30 years, or will it start disintegrating without me having to use it yet, if that makes sense? If anyone knows, let me know, because I really don't want to waste money. The second one on my wish list is 101 by Bon Parfumeur. So this is in the rose category, a beautifully fresh rose. I think it's the Lily of the Valley note that really pulls it towards me. I didn't repurchase it before because the performance isn't great, but as you guys know, bring in the subtle perfumes. There's a place for them. I'll probably wear that at home or on days out where I don't want something too loud. The third one is Donna Born in Roma by Valentino. Now I've had this perfume before, and I said I weren't keen on it. I didn't find anything special about it. And then my sister got it after me and she wore it around me. We were on an IKEA trip, and this perfume was playing peekaboo with my nose the whole time. It had such a beautiful scent trail, and the way I experienced it on her is how I want other people to experience it on me. And I think that perfume is perfect for office days, for work. So I don't really like buying perfumes that are too popular, but I know, guys, some of these perfumes are popular, so please don't come for me. It's just that in a real life, I don't smell these perfumes on people, I'll be honest with you. I only really smell Alien, Libre and Baccarat Rouge scent profiles when I'm outside. Last one is Eau Duelle by Diptyque. This is a vanilla that's done in a way that's not too gourmand. It's so beautiful, so sophisticated. I've heard the performance isn't that great, so I don't know if I'm going to do another round of testing before I commit to a full bottle, but it's definitely a perfume that's been on my mind for quite a while now, so I do want it in my collection. Cool. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your presence on my channel. The reason why I do these videos is because as a consumer of perfume content online, there wasn't minimalist perfume content out there, you know. It's just bringing loads in and then decluttering loads out, and that continuous cycle of like churning perfumes in and out, and that's not what I want, and that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to provide a space where you can follow my journey in curating the perfume collection that's very intentional. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.